Mike Sierra 1
can't handle the truth.
You're a cheat and a swindler. That's what you are. How can you do a thing like this?
I am authorized to assure you these rumors are based on hysteria and are absolutely false. I repeat, these rumors are absolutely false.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining me once again as I take another look into the relentless lies of Mike Zero. Today I start where I left off a few days ago, only because Zero has once again displayed his lying capabilities in glorious fashion. I will always seek to point out the inconsistencies of this pathological liar as best I can, and show beyond reasonable doubt that his stories are ever-changing and contradict everything he has said before. He has to do this to keep himself relevant and to make his money with little to no effort on his part. The fake news stories can change as quickly as days and then carry on for months and years, by which time we all know that they were faked, but it really doesn't matter to Zero or seemingly those who follow him. So let's start from what was, as far as I can tell, Zero's last post about Brie Larson, which was uploaded back on the 18th of March 2022. I'll do my best to keep this all in chronological order with what I deem to be factual and truthful, against Zero's totally blatant clickbait.
Now, it's described, however, that recently Kathleen Kennedy got into more trouble with Disney about one of her upcoming Star Wars projects for Disney+, where this is described to be Project Vortex that will feature Jedi Padawans that travel across the galaxy. However, it's noted that Kathleen Kennedy is currently pushing Disney to bring on actress Brie Larson to become a part of this second High Republic Star Wars show, to bring in the character Maeve that will be portrayed by Brie Larson in the Acolyte TV series and in Project Vortex as well.
Already Zero has shown he is unable to submit anything other than what he refers to as leaks. So let's take this one step at a time. Project Vortex is the codename that Zero has given to a show that is basically the Skeleton Crew. Obviously at the time we didn't know that back then, but even Zero won't yield to the truth that is easy enough to find if you can be bothered to look. In February 2022, Production Weekly revealed the existence of an upcoming, untitled Star Wars series that was being developed under the working title of Grammar Rodeo, not Project Vortex. If Zero had his finger on the pulse of Star Wars as much as he insists he has, then why did he use the name Project Vortex in March 2022, when the details of what it was really called came out a month earlier?
To bring in the character Maeve that will be portrayed by Brie Larson in the Acolyte TV series and in Project Vortex as well.
Again, I have replayed a clip where Zero has openly stated as fact that Larson is going to star as the lead role in the Acolyte, but will also appear as Maeve in Project Vortex. Herein lies the next truthful fact that questions Zero's story, and remember that his video was made and released in March 2022. We now take a look at a story that broke on Deadline almost 4 months earlier on December 8, 2021 and reads pretty much as follows. Amandla Stenberg will join the Star Wars universe as this actor takes on the lead role in an upcoming Disney Plus series, The Acolyte. Deadline has confirmed. This new project hails from Leslie Headland. Even after that announcement in December that Amandla was going to be the lead, Zero still made a video in March to say that Brie was going to be the lead in that show, not her. 4 months later, in July of 2022, it was confirmed by Deadline once again that Amandla was indeed cast as the lead in The Acolyte. From that point on, if not before, Zero never mentioned Brie again, until just recently. On the 16th of June, 2023, I put out a video, episode 17, that highlighted more lies from Zero. He said in that video that a show was cancelled by Bob Iger, an animated show, yet another show that Zero made up, and which was under the control of Kathleen Kennedy. That claim featured in a video dated May 2, 2023. Those shows are as follows: The Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, and that spin-off animated TV show with no name that followed the story of the Chosen One called Maeve, who was also the Chosen One in The Acolyte. November 2020, and Zero proclaims that Larson left an animated TV show, and on May 2, 2023, he makes another video claiming this time round that Iger had just stopped that show from going forward and it pretty much took him 2.5 years to do it. Yes, I grant you that Chapek was in charge back then, but even so, it's still a long and drawn out process. 4 days later, after the video I made on the 16th, Zero decided to perform a resurrection on some yet again old news, not once, not twice, but 3 times over the course of 2 days.
However, one big plan that Leslie Headland is creating for The Acolyte is to embrace an entirely new chosen one that is going to overtake the prophecy of Anakin Skywalker as fulfilled in the prequels and originals. One big story piece for the Acolyte around midway through is set to introduce what she calls the true Chosen One prophecy and the real Chosen One. Now, one major proposal that is now reportedly moving forward via the Disney board as well as executives that are loyalists to Kathleen Kennedy, ranging around 40% of them are, said to be getting close to greenlighting the Acolyte spin-off series planned to feature and star actress Brie Larson. Now, one big development right now is that the Jedi God, planned for the Acolyte spin-off show, is aimed to make a new cameo in the Acolyte series portrayed by no other than Brie Larson. However, though Larson will be unavailable during the reshoots, they are planning to digitally create the character based on Larson's design. The plan by Leslie Headland with the Jedi God character, too, is to also make her a very powerful Force user that is far powerful than Anakin Skywalker, as she will be the new Chosen One.
3 clips back to back. The first from the 20th of June, the second from the 21st, and lastly, the third, also from the 21st of June. Now if you're lost, I fully understand. I have to go through these videos and I get lost and confused myself. But basically, Headland is reintroducing the Chosen One. A show which was cancelled in May is still green-lighted for development, and Larson is yet again going to be in that spin-off show. But not only that, she will be making a cameo appearance in the Acolyte show that she was supposed to be the lead in the first place. No wonder people just follow him blindly and don't question anything he comes out with, because frankly they literally have no idea what he is talking about. Come to think of it, judging by this bunch of nonsense, Zero doesn't either. I have said and will continue to say that Zero will return to his stories time and time again, and this is proof of lie upon lie. Shows cancelled, stars let go, stars rehired, and shows restarted within just a few weeks of being stopped. He has now dropped his phrase future Star Wars updates to just updates, as he now wants to play the field with Indy 5, the Dial of Destiny, and you can't do that if you're primarily a Star Wars channel. This of course also shows that he intends to milk Indy 5 for as long as he can, up to and after its release. I pointed this out, a topic that will see repeat uploads because it has gained the highest views, well above his Star Wars clickbait.
However, it's actually explained that behind closed doors, the executives that are loyal to Kathleen Kennedy and Leslie are beginning to greenlight an Acolyte spin-off show that is a part of Kathy's contract to have a third series to be 100% in her creative power. Now, the plan by Leslie Headland right now is to have Phoebe Waller-Bridge co-write the Acolyte spin-off show, and to also star in the series alongside Brie Larson as Maeve, who is going to be a Jedi God.
Once again, a reminder of a show that was cancelled by Iger last month, the Acolyte spin-off show. But it's not enough that Larson is supposed to be coming back in a show that's not real, but Zero has doubled down and put into the mix another much-hated person to get and keep those subscribers super angry. That person of course is Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and Zero will now use her the same way as Larson and Carano, because they were flavors of the month at the time. This is the setup once again from Zero, so don't be surprised to see more videos about how Phoebe Waller-Bridge is now going to rewrite and change George's philosophy on Star Wars, whilst injecting hers, Kennedy's and Headland's own personal agendas into a non-existent show. Zero is a charlatan and shouldn't be classed as a content creator on YouTube, or anywhere for that matter. Anyway, that's all I have for today. It just remains for me to say thanks so much for the kind support through the comments, likes and subs. It's not the best content in the world, I know that, but I won't be silenced by a coward. Until the next time, take care, and I'll see you again soon.